Hi, this is video number 2. The first video was a little too long, so I'm gonna section the other videos and try to make shorter videos. So whenever you have a problem, you can just go back to each of them and see it again. So in this video, I'm just gonna show you how to add a new hostel. So you remember here when you want to edit your information of your hostel, this is where you come. So you click on settings and hostel. Well, if you want to add a new hostel, same thing. You just go settings, hostel, and add new hostel. And I'm not going to fill all this thing, all the information here. I'm just going to give a name for this hostel, and I'll use the name user because I'm going to be doing a video about users. So then you can just change hostel and see how it progresses step by step. So I'm just going to submit here. And there's a new link that shows up here when you have more than one hostel or one property, which is change hostel. So if you click on change hostel, you have these options. Now you have, every time you log in, you're going to have these two options. So I'm going to go ahead and click on user, and I'm actually going to start the video about the tutorial about user. This is very simple. It's going to be a shorter video, and if there's anything that you want to know that I forgot here, uh, let me know later and I'll do another video about it. Okay, so I'm going to start from home. See, I'm already on a new hostel, so user. So click on settings, click on user, and here there's the information about your user. The name of your user is user. I'm gonna name this new user user1. It's gonna be a little weird in the afterwards, but I hope it's gonna be okay. So here you can edit the information, so the password, it's active or not, and so on. You can edit the position. So for example, from administrator, you can go to manager, to receptionist. Um, Another thing about user is user type. So you can create user types. These are the preset, but you can just create a new user type, and it can be whatever you want. You just name it. And then you can give permissions to this user. And these are, so I'm going to combine this video between user and user type. And those things are separate, far apart for a reason, because it can be confusing. And I'm going to make a video about permission later. So back here on user, you just click on add user, and you give the user email. So I say user1 at soh.com. So he's going to be responsible for hostel user, and he's going to be administrator. So submit. This user did not exist yet, so you need to give him a name. It's going to be user1, and the password will be user1. So submit. There we go. It's added successfully, and here it is. Now, if you go to home, let's sign out, see if it's working. User1 at soh.com. User1. Okay, so here's your user. he doesn't have the option to change hostel because he's not a member of the hostel home, the one we created on the previous video. So how do you give access to this guy? I'm gonna go back there and I'm gonna log in as user. So here I have the two options. I'll click on user, and now when I click settings and user, I'll see both. The one I created for myself and the second user. So I wanna create a new position for this user one. So what do? I just click edit position, add new position. I select the hostel, would be hostel home. And I would say this guy is going to be a receptionist. So he's a manager of one hostel and a receptionist of the other. Submit. So it's done. Now he's administrator of user and he's receptionist of home. So now let's try to log in on this guys. User1 at soh.com. User1. So now I also can choose which administrator of user or receptionist of home. As a receptionist, he has much less options because he's not a manager. And that's why we have preset on the permissions. Despite that, he's also able to change this. So if you go back to the other user and change permissions, user permissions. So I can select by receptionist, or I can select by the user. I'm gonna preset the receptionist not to be able to add prices, but I'm not gonna do this now. I'm just gonna end this video now, and I'm gonna carry on with permissions in the next video. All right. So you have an idea how to add users and how to add permissions to the users, and how to edit new hostel and add a hostel user to the hostel. Oof, it's complicated, but it's easy. If you don't want to have it active anymore, you just click on inactive and update, and now you sign out and you try to log in with user1 soh.com. User1. It doesn't allow you because it's inactive. So I'll go back to user. Doesn't matter where it is, your administrator. So you just come back here and make it active again, and it should be working. user, and now it's working again. All right. Okay, so up to the next video. I promise I'll make it shorter videos. Okay.